Okay, the next subject is going to be, all right, what equipment do I buy? And really that determines or is determined by what you decided to do before. If you're going to go gi, no gi, both, or what. And really that's about it. If you're going gi, then you need to obviously buy gi. A couple great brands out there are Shoyo Roll if you want to go to the expensive side. If you want to go a little bit cheaper side, Fuji out there is really good. Tatami, um, 93 brand is a really good one. That's actually one of my favorites for being like one of the cheaper brands. That one can be as cheap as like $80 probably. And in my opinion, it's a really good gi, especially if you're like a little bit like I'm longer and I wouldn't consider myself very like big, almost like a slender build. So Monto is another one that's really good out there. But for the most part, you're going to get a gi. Uh, Double check the sizing out there because a lot of times when you buy a gi, they're going to be different sizes depending on the gis. I've had gis where predominantly I'm an A4, but sometimes I end up being an A5. Sometimes I end up being like an A6, depending on my size and their particular sizing. So not the same size is going to be the same one for everybody. So make sure that you check your sizing chart on there as much as you can, and try to use that to the best of your ability. So with a gi, it's going to be gi top, pants, and a belt. I would also suggest buying a mouthpiece and a cup. I don't personally wear a cup, but that's a personal choice. I would say probably about 50% of the people that do Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu probably wear a cup. Um, the Trying to think. So that's pretty much for it for gi. I would suggest if you start training heavily, buy one or two more gis. So have two or three in the rotation so you can kind of swap them out a little bit. Otherwise, they start to get pretty used and abused pretty quick. Um, the Like I said, with nogi, it's going to be a little bit different. You can go board shorts, which is pretty much the common thing, and I'll probably try to maybe do another video where I showcase a couple of these things. So board shorts would be a predominant one, and then a rash guard, so in other words, just like a compression shirt for the top. And then now you're starting to see people either use compression shorts or uh, also like spats, if you will, or compression pants. So you'll see a lot of those in the nogi world. And some people will take the compression pants and then put board shorts on top of them. Some people will just wear the compression pants or the compression shorts, whatever. So if you come from a wrestling background, chances are you're probably going to wear wrestling shorts or the compression shorts. I wear a t-shirt on top and then board shorts. Sometimes I'll wear a compression shirt. It just depends on the day for the most part. And then what's available to me, what's clean. Um, Competitions, a lot of times you're going to wear a compression shirt and board shorts or compression pants or shorts, just because they want to have pretty much everything sticking to you. So like when you're grappling, you don't get something stuck. So that being said, sometimes at gyms they will allow you to wear a shirt or a compression shirt underneath your gi, and some won't. I personally, I always wear a shirt underneath it because it seems like when I sweat on my gi, like for the life of me, I can't get like the you know body odor, if you will, out of a gi after it's been sweat on hard. But if I wear a shirt underneath, that protects my gi a little bit, like a first line of defense, if you will, against that. So, not saying that it's bad. It's just there's always I want to keep my gi because it's the most expensive part of my attire. I want to keep that as a good quality as possible. So if I have to ruin, a $5 shirt because I've trained really hard and I've sweat for 2 hours and I've bled through a shirt, I would rather have that happen and lose that $5 shirt than lose a $100 gi. So that's my 2 cents. Like I said, that's for the most part about all you're going to need. I would also suggest maybe some tape, just because if you get some digits that get kind of jammed up or whatever, you can wear that, or the first few days when you start training, a lot of times the tops of your toes will get kind of burnt. So maybe just wrapping those up in tape as well. But that's really it. When you do get the gi, make sure that you wash it in cold And then if you are going to dry it in a dryer, I would probably just put it on tumble with no heat or low heat. A lot of guys let them air dry. I personally don't like that because I feel like it's kind of stiff, but it does, help save the long last, or like makes a gi last a little bit longer. So that's about it for that section.